Today on VFX Friday, I'm going to be showing you how to create a super speed effect inside of After Effects CC. Let's begin. VFX Friday, should I teach you awesome effects, camera techniques, and mushroom film related? I'm your host, Dylan Buckley. Now today on VFX Friday, I'm going to be showing you how to do a super speed effect, but before we do that, I'm in a studio. For the very first time, if I swing around my chair, I've got a white background. I'm actually looking at my monitor right here, but I've got a white background back there, so I'm on a white background. But how cool is this? I'm in the actual studio. I've got the teleprompter, my camera there, I've got my monitor there, I'm on a cool chair, and I've got a really pure white background. Now I might actually teach you guys how to do this white background in another episode, but today I'm going to be doing the super speed effect. And also I'm in a studio, so the audio is really echoey, so sorry about that guys. But without further ado, let's get on with the super speed effect. So, like it says in the title, I'm going to be showing you my version of the super speed effect. And we're also going to, of course, like always, do this in After Effects CC. So let's get started. Now, before we grab our footage and put it in After Effects, you need to actually shoot it in the right way for this to actually work. So film your actor running around on the ground and maybe stopping or sitting as fast as possible, like I did here. For example, in my test shot, I had my house in the background over me that actually didn't move. Because houses don't move. I didn't have any plants or clouds that me as the actor was actually overlapping. I was overlapping still scenery. This is very hard to explain, but you'll get it once we go into After Effects and actually speed up the footage. So remember, try and avoid objects that move, such as plants, clouds, grass, cars, etc. Now once you've done filming, drag your footage into After Effects, or just about any other version. Do the basics like create a new composition and trim your footage if need be. Now once you've done this, right-click your footage, go up to time, and then select time remapping, or enable time remapping. This is how we're going to speed up our footage for the super speed effect to work. If you know After Effects actually quite well, you'll probably know that there's a lot of other ways of actually speeding and slowing down footage. So if you don't feel comfortable with time remapping, choose a plugin that you're familiar with. Then at the start of the composition, select a keyframe. Go to the end of comp and select another keyframe. Do this, of course, if they aren't actually already there. Then go to the point in time when you start to speed off, you could say. For my footage, it's roughly 6 seconds from the start of the composition. Once you've gone to the point in time where you're about to speed off, select a keyframe. Then drag the end keyframe toward the keyframe you just set. This is going to speed up the footage. Drag it in until the footage is speeding up fast enough to your liking. Then, if the actor stops speeding in your footage, simply select a keyframe at where the actor stops and drag the end keyframe back out to the end of your composition to bring it back to the normal speed. Next is to add the motion blur trail behind the actor. So to do this, go to your Effects and Presets panel and type in CC Force Motion Blur. Then it should come up under time. You can select it and drag it on top of your footage. And because the actor is speeding on the ground, he or she is blurred out with a blurred trail following them. You can mess around with the settings to adjust how many trails you actually get behind the actor and how blurred it is. But once you've done this, you've pretty much done the super speed effect. Now, like I said before, the effect actually motion blurs pretty much anything that's actually moving rapidly. So if you actually have trees or cars in the shot, they're also going to be sped up with your actor. Now, to avoid this, you're going to have to duplicate your footage and mask it out with a clean plate. But I highly recommend you just reshoot and make sure anything with plants or cars are actually not moving in the shot. For me, I actually purposely did this, but I put my actor behind a still object so I could just simply mask around the still object and let all the plants go in real time. So just try and avoid trees, cars, and pretty much anything else moving. Also, clouds is a really big factor that you have to look out for. So that's it for the super speed effect. This is a really cool and very simple effect to do in After Effects if you shoot it in the right way. I really hope you guys like this effect because I know I do. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video if you like the video. If you don't dislike it. Tell me in the comments right below and I will reply. Please subscribe for more filmmaking tips and tricks and glory and DIY and all After Effects tutorials. Trust me, I'm trying to get as many filmmaking stuff as possible, and if you want to come along with the journey, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a VFX Friday episode. I'm your host, Dylan Bucklew. I thought of doing that because I'm in a studio, so it's like all professional, so I did a professional outro, and never mind. Those cars make the audio so bad. Gosh!